Yeah, so every company generally that I was involved in, so my main company was the building company and real estate company. So, first and foremost, I'm a leader, delegator, motivator. That's what I teach people how to do. That's what you have to be in business to be able to grow and scale. You have to be a leader. You have to be able to delegate at a very high level, and you have to motivate your people. You have to inspire results out of your team. So my main company, I started myself, and I'd never built a house before I started building houses. So what I did was I looked at the biggest company in the area who I wanted to be, and I hired some of their best people to come work for me and help me build this company. So I instantly overnight had the credibility of being in business for 20 years, because the company that I hired these people from had been there 20 years. They were doing 60 million a year, building multi-million-dollar homes. That's what I wanted to be. So I hired their people and I learned from them. But more importantly, I put them in a position to be successful. I coached them to success and I let them do their job. Whereas a lot of people will hire somebody who's very good at what they do and they'll try to control them, micromanage them, and hold them back. I'm
Right.
totally the opposite. I find champions, I put them in positions, aces in places, and I coach them to success.
Yeah.
That was my main business. All of the other companies, the way those came about were other operators either already in business and they had a small business and they might have been struggling and were looking to grow and scale. So I would do it through them. So I would coach them and I would put systems and processes in place and help them, recruit, hire, train, lead, delegate, motivate their teams, build their teams, and I would coach them. So I never spent one day in any of the businesses owned other than my main business. I just coached and did it vicariously through the operators. And it was usually
Right.
somebody already in business, or like my pool spa landscaping company. It was a guy that was selling me pools and spas. He came to me and said, "Hey, I've always wanted my own business. You're buying 30 to 40 of these a year. Why don't we go ahead and start a company? You can buy them wholesale. I'll run everything. You put up the money and we'll do that."
Yeah.
So that was the other way it would happen. Somebody would come to me and say, "Hey, I want to do this thing." So I would coach them and build the business through them. So what I am, leader, delegator, motivator. I'm a master marketer. I'm a salesman. So those are my skill sets, my strengths. And then I would fill in my administrative weaknesses with people. So I had a chief financial officer, accounting, bookkeeper, office manager. So that's kind of how I did that. Yeah, and then we added landscaping with it for that reason. So in our market, it was fragmented, where you had pools and spa companies and landscaping companies, but every house pretty much needed both, because we were in a resort market, so the houses that had the pools needed landscaping as well. So we were there
Yeah.
doing the pool, might as well do the landscaping. So we would show up, one service, one truck, and we would do it all.
Yeah.
So we would knock out the landscaping maintenance, knock out the pool maintenance, and we were gone to the next house. So that was kind of, the way I operate and looked at it was, how can I consolidate efforts? How can I utilize equipment to its fullest? If I got a truck on the road and that overhead cost, I want to get the most out of the visit at that house with